Well, Chappelle! Hey! Jeebus Chrysler AM PM FM on our Trisket. Guess who finally made their first video and figured out how to work their webcam here? I did. It is Raven84, aka Lisa, aka call me whatever you want, because I've probably been called worse, so I'm cool with that. I can do technology now. I can have technology, yes. I guess I'll have a little introduction first of all for those that are not savvy on me yet, that do not know me in real life or off of Facebook or off of YouTube, because I've been here for forever and a day. I haven't really made any real videos except for all the music that's really obscure that I uploaded because YouTube didn't have it yet. Like I said, my name is Lisa. I'm 29. I just turned 29. I'm from Texas, if you cannot detect by my southern accent. From DFW specifically. Have been a Texan my entire life. I'm a hairdresser. I have been for 11 years, and I really can't imagine doing anything else because most everything else involves math, and I'm just atrocious at that. I am a huge anime fan, if you can't guess by looking at me, because everyone says I resemble a real-life anime character. I'm kind of notorious for that around here. I love to write. I can write you anything under the sun. I love to write stories, song lyrics, poetry. I don't think the 250 characters, or whatever they're called on YouTube, are enough for me, or how many there are. They're never enough. I usually have to leave 2 or 3 comments about something. So, but I almost became a journalist, funnily enough, except for I don't like deadlines. The only thing I like about them is the whizzing sound they make above my head as they fly by. So big into anime, huge music nerd. Music is my life, basically. I cannot go a second of a minute of a day without listening to music at some point or another. It's never dead quiet, hardly. Like, this is the quietest it's ever going to be is right now. I'm talking to everybody. So if you have any music suggestions or questions or opinions on anything, or you want an opinion on anything, ask me, because I'm known as the friend that suggests music to everybody. If you like a band, I can recommend you 10 bands that you'll probably like, unless you like anything that ends with core, because I just don't know anything about that hardly, and really not interested in knowing about it. Oh yeah, I guess I should talk about anime a little bit, because a lot of you guys that are on my channel probably like anime too. I do like a few newer ones, I like Panty Stocking Garter Belt. I love just the randomness of it, and I think it's hilarious. And it's the same studio to Gurren Lagann, and it's a really good show too. Not my cup of tea, a little too guyish and mecha for me, but I like that though. But mostly I like old school anime. My favorite of all time is Sorcerer Hunters. I actually have the box set of it, and I'll show you what it looks like here. There we go. And there it is, my lovely box set. There. That I got as a Christmas present one year from an awesome friend. I like that. That's my favorite one. It's kind of like Slayers, but better, if you ask me. I actually also like Revolutionary Girl Utena a lot. I like Pet Shop of Horrors. I like The Get Backers. I like Trinity Blood. I like Excel Saga, Pro Marty High. Oh my goddess. I could seriously go on all day about it, probably. The more recent ones I like, which I think the biggest boom of anime that was good probably stopped in the mid-2000s. But I like Trinity Blood and Paranoia Agent around that time. But so there's a few newer ones that are decent. Black Butler has its moments where I kind of like it. Really, there's a couple of characters I'm interested in. The rest of them I really don't care that much about. And everyone likes to ask about Naruto, what my opinion on it is. I did not get into it at first. Actually, I absolutely loathed it at first. I thought the characters were just not interesting. Although they were all too extreme in their own right. And that Sasuke was incredibly emo and way too emo to where it's kind of forced. And that Naruto was excessively ADD and way too ADD, and it was just crammed down your throat. But I watched it again recently, and the later parts of the show were actually decent. I hate to say it, but they are, so I really can't call the fans Narutards anymore, because it's actually getting better now, and it's a somewhat credible anime. I still wouldn't go and buy the DVDs. It's about up there with Bleach for me, and I don't like Bleach either. We call that black. What else though? What else? I do draw periodically. I do sing periodically. If you've seen my other video on here before, I figured out how to work my webcam, and it's got my really shoddy recording on my smartphone app of me singing a few really obscure songs. In retrospect, I wish I would have picked a couple of well-known ones, because people have no idea what they're listening to on there. And that's another good thing is that the audio on my computer is way better. So if I decide to do another video like that, not only will you be able to actually see me doing it, know that it's me singing, and, you know, hopefully not somebody tries to pass them off as me, because it's not really nothing to pass off on. You know, I'm not on any talent shows, I don't have a record deal and don't want one. I don't have a local band right now and I don't want one. The stages are really hot. I don't like heat. I know, I'm from Texas, that's stupid. But I don't like heat. If I had it my way, I'd live in Seattle or Vancouver. Yeah, Texas is way too hot. Summer is about 10 months out of the entire year. We get like 3 weeks of winter. I think 1 year it actually got below freezing within the last 5 years. But otherwise, I like it. I love Austin. If Austin wasn't hot, I would live there. Well, and if I didn't like traffic. It was funny how it took 4 hours to get to Austin, another 2 to actually get into Austin from the interstate. That's another discussion for another day, though. But I love Austin. That's like the one place in Texas I couldn't do without. But anywho, so besides that, if I missed anything, feel free to ask if you want to know anything about me that I did not bring up. I am single. So I'm kind of halfway looking, not really actively pursuing anything because I don't see the point in that. When you do that, it becomes like kind of like you're doing job applications or something, and you don't look at people the way that you should. Yeah, like you just start screening everyone you date like a prospective employer or something, and I don't think you can create a connection that way, and it's not going to be a lasting connection. But since this is my first video, and I don't want to just sit here and talk about me the entire day, because I'm not that exciting, really. I will do a couple mini rants. That's another thing I didn't bring up, is what format this channel is going to be from now on, because I do actually have ideas, and I did think about this. And if you guys have any suggestions you'd like to see me do, no matter how retarded they are, if you want me to see me eat some weird shit, I might do it. Probably not, but if it's something I could do, then I might do that. But this will be primarily an opinion channel. I will do some rants on stuff, because I had a lot of people give me encouragement on that, both here in the YouTube community and in real life and on my Facebook, that said that, Lisa, you're really opinionated, you're very intelligent, you should do rant videos, you always have a lot to say about anything. Maybe it's being a hairdresser we become like that. We can criticize just about anything, and also we're kind of like therapists, so we're good at this. So it will primarily be a rant channel. I will be doing rants, probably not on what everyone else is doing them on, just because I like to do ones that don't get talked about by 20 other YouTubers before I get to them, because then there's really no meat left on that bone to pick off. Also, I will do some Ask Abby type stuff, so, you know, one of those kind of things where you can ask me a question and I will answer it in length. You know, preferably if it's a funny one. I want to do kind of like an Ask Dr. Ozzy off of my Rolling Stone, you know, which I suppose one part of Rolling Stone I read anymore. The research has gotten to where it's like, it's like it's trying so hard to be that one cool, like, that friend of yours' older brother that smokes weed, and, you know, he's maybe smoked weed like twice his entire life, but he pretends like he's a stoner, and he talks about how cool it is, and, you know, and how he's an advocate for it and all, for rights, you know, that drugs should be legalized. Rolling Stone's becoming way too much like that, so the Dr. Ozzy's not the only thing I read in it anymore. But I'm stuck with a lifetime subscription to it. What else will there be? There will be singing, hopefully, if I feel like it, and if it gets a good enough response. If everyone, you know, pretty much tells me, no, you really shouldn't, baby girl, you really shouldn't sing. Maybe do something else. Maybe play Scrabble or something, or collect stamps, or, you know, find a different hobby. But if everyone likes it, I will do it, though. And anything else, like I said, once again, if you guys want to see, you can just ask me about. But since that is what I'm doing, I will have a couple of mini little rants that I will do for you guys today, just to kind of kickstart this off, and because you probably haven't heard them on any other channels. So the first one is, why is it that when I go to CVS, anytime I go to CVS, I can buy 2 or 3 things. Like, here is the literal part of the receipt that has the actual documentation of my purchase on it, but I get all this. This is all one receipt. I just tore it because I was being klutzy. But how come every time I want to go in there to literally buy a bottle of vitamins and some face cream, I get a free copy of the Torah every single time? Like, in this day and age, we're also emphatic about conservation and recycling and your carbon footprints and whatnot. Why am I getting a Tolstoy novel with every single purchase at CVS? You'd think they would care a little more about their carbon footprint or whatever, but besides, it's just wasteful. I'm never going to use one of those damn coupons they put on it, so there's no point. But there's one little thing I wanted to address because it's been cheesing me off and a lot of other people that I know. The other thing that I wanted to talk about really quick, another little mini rant that I've been planning on doing, and it seems like a very trivial topic to bring up, but it was something I was curious about. I was on Google last week just looking up what the hell ever happened to toys in your cereal boxes. Because as kids, probably, unless you're really, really young, unless you're probably under 10, then you didn't notice it. You know, you didn't have these growing up. But any of us that are probably 20 and older, we all had toys in our cereal boxes. Someone's texting me, but they can wait till later. They're going to break my focus, like Eye of the Tiger here. But we all had toys in our cereal boxes growing up. We had color-changing spoons. We had little books. We had little singles, you know, like the theme song from Pete and Pete was one of them that you get as like a little cassette single, or a cassingle, I guess you call it. We all had these cool little toys growing up, and I was just thinking about the other day, how come I haven't seen any in forever and a day? Like, to me, it was a vital part of growing up and of your childhood. Something you fondly remember now, and you might even still have some of your toys from when you were a kid. You know, some Lion King stuff with Timon and Pumbaa on it, or Aladdin spoon like I had. I had a color-changing Aladdin spoon. When you put it in your cereal and your milk, it changed colors because of the temperature of the milk. Pretty cool, huh? But so I went on Google looking it up to see what happened, and it turns out that there is a deliberate reason you don't see toys anymore in your cereal boxes. And it is because this one lady back in the 90s let her 13-month-old son eat some kind of cereal, I don't remember what, some kind of cereal, and she wasn't supervising him, I guess, and he ate the toy, or tried to eat the toy that came inside of it. And it was just a small rubber ball about that big. Like the least likely toy in a cereal box you could probably injure yourself on, just, you know, reasonably and physically. You know, it'd be the hardest thing in the world to injure yourself with, a small toy rubber ball, 1.5 inches in diameter, maybe. But yes, the 13-month-old kid, when he was unsupervised, swallowed the toy and choked on it. And the mother, I'm guessing, like I said, I wish I knew the full story. There wasn't much on it. If you can find more details, let me know. It's not really not important anyway. If the details are, we know what happened. But I guess he was unsupervised. He choked on it and died on the ball. So the mother sued Kellogg's, the maker of the cereal, sued them for millions of dollars and won. Yeah, like literally they took it seriously and awarded the bitch money for not being a parent that watches their kid. And as a result, Kellogg's did not want to be indemnable to any more injuries, or, you know, even carry the possibility of that happening. So they discontinued putting toys in their cereal boxes, and that's why now you see all these send in 3-4 UPCs and get this CD or get this game, you know, whatever it is. You have to send in the UPCs and some money, usually for shipping and handling, to get it. That's why, because of that kid and because of their negligent parent. But here's why I'm making a rant about this in all seriousness, is we have got to be the only country, America, that would not only award somebody for being a shitty parent and guardian and allowing their child to choke on a toy. Not only that, we're the only country that's got to do that, but why, even if you want to say that, you know, maybe the kid, you know, got up early or whatever like that, he's 13 months old, there's no way he could have gotten up early and eaten the cereal behind his mom's back, probably. I'm not a parent, but I know what a barely 1-year-old child is usually capable of, unless you have, like, a super baby, like that movie or something, where your baby can crawl and walk an hour when he's 1. But why were you letting your 13-month-old son eat adult, or not adult, but older child cereal that's not meant for them to eat at that age? Like, if I was the judge and if this was a court system that I had any sway in whatsoever, I would not give her $1. Like, not a single dollar for what happened, because it's not the cereal maker's fault, it's her fault. for not doing her job as a parent and watching the kid and supervising what he eats, including the cereal or the toy. And because of that, that's how this country works. One person does something stupid and the whole country has to suffer as a whole because of them. Their Darwinism, their Darwin Award winner status makes it to where we can't enjoy things because of them, because, you know, the company doesn't want to be a liability. Not only would I have not given her any money, but I probably would have, you know, incarcerated her for negligent manslaughter, because that's essentially what it is. I know it's your family and that makes it a little bit different, but still, it was totally preventable. You know, that kid didn't have to die if she just would have, you know, paid attention to the child instead of watching The View or watching Kris Kardashian's shitty show or whatever she was doing, eating bonbons and, you know, probably talking to some dude on the phone or something. But if she would have not been doing that, been doing her duties as a parent and supervising her child, it wouldn't have happened. So, leave your thoughts on that, what you think. I think it's very much akin to that big fiasco we had a long time ago with McDonald's, before they even had Frappuccino, so don't even try making that point. They didn't have iced coffees then, people, okay? Anyway, but when that one stupid bitch spilled hot coffee all over herself because she didn't know it was hot. And then they had to print on every single cup of coffee, warning, contents may be hot. Which to me is insulting to anyone that has 2 brain cells to rub together to start a fire and doesn't actually have peanut lodged up their nose as a brain. But there's my little mini rants for today. Oh, and I did promise everybody that you would actually hear a little bit of me singing on Not Her and This Equipment. So I'll do a little bit for you guys, and something a little more recognizable than what I was doing in my other video. How hipster-tastic me of saying something a little more mainstream. So, let's see, let me give you a little taste of something here. She's addicted to nicotine patches. She's afraid of a light in the dark. 6:58, are you sure where my spark is? Here, here, here. She's convinced she can hold back a glacier, but she couldn't keep baby alive. Darling, if there's a woman in there somewhere, here, here, here. But you say you don't want it, the circus we're in, but you don't really mean it. You say you don't want it again and again, but you don't really mean it. You don't really mean it. How many fakes turn around in the overtime? Ballerinas that have fans that you'll never find. You thought that you were the bomb, yes, well, so did I. Say you don't want it, say you don't want it. Say freak when you're singled out. The red, well, it filters through. So lay down, the thread is real. When that sign goes red again, seeing red again, seeing red again. You lie silent there before me. Your tears, they mean nothing to me. The wind howling at the window, the love you never gave, I give to you. Really don't deserve it, but now there's nothing you can do. So sleep in your only memory of me, my dearest mother. Here's a lullaby to close your eyes. Goodbye was always you that I despised. I don't feel enough for you to cry. Oh well. Here's a lullaby to close your eyes. Goodbye, goodbye. So, just leave feedback of what you think. Of course, this is my first video, so hopefully they'll get better along the way. But let me know if I'm doing a job. If you think I have a shot at this and I should keep making videos, or I probably will anyway. But let me know if you're enjoying them, basically. You guys have a wonderful day. Stay beautiful. Stay classy. Greetings from YouTubia here with Visit 84. And thank you guys again.